Hey guys, look what I got. That's right, I got the Avios Extra NG. This is a 1600 millimeter plug and fly plane, 6S power, all kinds of really cool stuff. Coming up next, we're gonna see what's going on inside the box. Here we've got a look inside the box. Look at all this stuff in here. This plane, I can tell already, is gonna be big because this box, even with all these things broken down, is a large box. So coming up next, I'm gonna spread everything around and we're gonna check it out on the bed, queen size bed. Okay, first impressions, I love this scheme. This scheme is beautiful. This is a big plane, lots of parts and pieces, some assembly of things I'm not used to assembling, but that's okay, we'll get it figured out. This prop is huge. The camera, I'm looking at through the viewfinder right now, the camera's not doing it justice. The scheme is so striking. I've got a little crumb cruncher here next to me who is very enthralled with this plane. I have a feeling she will, air quotes, help me out. You just saw her little hand there. Yeah, she's very excited. When we come back, we're gonna have this thing fully assembled. This is what we've got fully assembled, but I wanted to show a couple things here real quick. Right here, this pilot, it goes in there and you can glue it in. You can also paint it, dress it up, do whatever you want with it. That's cool. And these are optional. Take a little X-Acto knife to the leading edge and it's supposed to give some aerodynamic support. I'm not nearly enough of a 3D guy to take advantage of that, so I am not going to do that. However, I know anyone watching this video is likely either wanting to be a 3D guy or has the skill set to do that. So we're going to look inside the spacious battery bay here next. I've got the recommended pack right here. It's my radio setup. Huge battery bay. I plan on testing this on a lot of different sizes. The main reason I had this canopy off was to show you these single bolts for each wing. So these wings come off quite easy, and that makes it easy for transport and storage. Also, while we're here, this has a really nice LED light kit, and they come off this board right here. So you plug those off of each aileron. You snake those wires through. This is the aileron. And then of course I've got my Y here, really heavy duty, probably over the top Y connector there, but why not? Before I show you the control surfaces moving the light kit and spin this big old prop up, I wanted to show you that this canopy comes with plastic covering it. And let's see if I can one-handed pull that thing off. Oh yeah. In addition to everything being poly-bagged, there's that touch right there. I am really impressed overall with this plane. Very cool. This is what the prop and spinner look like, and the reason I'm showing this is because I'm going to talk about some assembly considerations. One, you have to assemble this cowl on there. You also have to mount the motor in there. And the reason they did that is to keep the shipping and price point down just a little bit. And I'm going to show you the next thing that they did with the same idea in mind. At first, when I was assembling this, I wasn't quite sure about the design choice to make it so you've got to glue this rudder on. But after seeing it fully assembled with how big and long it is, I absolutely understand the thinking of reducing shipping costs. And that is why I understand that more now. One other note with the assembly with this, I used one of those bench clamps with a kind of foam padding on either side. I'll probably add a link in the description of the video to the one that I used. The other thing to keep in mind with this is there are 5 screws. They're all the same size. The manual, at least in the version that I had, did not show it as all the same size. It's a 5-pack. 4 will go, 2 will go on either side of the horizontal stabilizer, And then the other one, hopefully the camera doesn't fuzz out here, will go underneath here. Other thing while we're down here, when you're looking to figure out where to put this, unscrew these 3 screws there, pop off that plastic piece, pop this thing in, screw those back in, and you're good to go. Also, do not screw this one in too tight because that will bind up what you're doing. You don't want it not enough, but you don't want it too much. Also, pay attention over time that it doesn't fall out. I think I'm still in a good spot, but I'm gonna pay very close attention over time to how that situates, because it's a self-tapping screw. And there's a look at the bottom of that. And I've got this right here on the lowest link on the servo because the hole was the biggest. And I'm just gonna adjust in the radio my dual rates and expo and things like that to compensate for probably a little more throw than I probably need. Now this is what I promised. These are my low rate controls, and I'm pretty darn sure that I am going to, look at that amount of throw, and that's with me dumbed down, numbed down. I will probably back off the dual rates even more than just that once we're done with this video, before I actually fly it, because I am not a talented 3D pilot at all in any sense of the word. So I may start conservative and then build towards that. I do think that a plane like this, the way this is set up, the way it looks, the way that it sets up to transport, it might make me into a 3D guy. We will see. Time will tell, and it's gonna definitely be worth watching me fly this on the maiden flight. This light kit throws off way more light than you would expect for 3 lights, and I think that will definitely help with orientation too. Obviously the nav lights and the light on the bottom. I decided to mix in the lights between the prop spin up and the control surfaces moving. So we're gonna do this is 6S power, so I'm gonna be very gently deliberate with this. So I don't want this to go flying off the bed. Oh yeah, I barely gave it anything. Very cool. All right guys, coming up next are the pros and cons. We've got a lot of pros, so we're gonna get right into it. It's got big presence and a beautiful striking scheme. Has a huge battery bay. Has detachable wings with that single wing bolt for either wing to attach, and it's got a very nice snug fit. That is awesome. It's got the side force generators I really haven't talked about. So right there on either side, that should help tremendously with the flight stability. Like I showed earlier, it's got a great light kit. Even though there's only 3 lights, throws out tons of light. It's got big, powerful servos for nice long throws and quick response, which comes in handy, I'm told, with 3D. It's also got nylon hinges throughout the control surfaces, so it can handle all the G-forces and everything that the servos and the 6S power are going to throw at it. Also notable, the 6S power that's attached to the big swinging prop. The final pro, at least the final on my list here, is that you can customize the pilot to whatever color you want it to be, and that's pretty dang cool. As far as the cons go, even though I completely understand it, the required gluing and having to mount the motor on was not my favorite, but the rest of the assembly was all downhill from there. And as you can see, this thing looks incredible. Check the links in the description of the video. Like, comment, and subscribe. And GBLynden, out.